Rising fuel prices are hitting some farmers hard. If it's rough fueling up your car's tank, just think about fueling a fleet of tractors. Austin Westfall is in Latta, South Carolina, where one farm is forking over all kinds of cash.
So far this season, Betty Allen Farms says that they've spent tens of thousands of dollars more on fuel than they're used to. They say these are the most expensive fuel prices they can remember.
It went from $2.70 a gallon to $4.70 a gallon.
In just over 3 months, a couple million corn stalks will stand in this field. But right now, it's planting season.
This is corn seed and we're planting 28,000.
One tractor preps the soil, another places the seeds, and a sprayer kills winter weeds. The fleet requires 20,000 gallons of fuel per year.
That's about $2 times 20,000 is $40,000 extra.
Farmer Keith Allen says the spike in costs will eventually affect consumers because as the cost of farming goes up, the cost of groceries will likely follow.
Production costs across their entire bottom line are rising and have been rising for the last few years.
The American Farm Bureau Federation says farm production costs are likely to increase 6% in 2022, which follows a 12% increase in 2021. Fertilizer, seeds, and chemical prices are also contributing to the increase, but a possible saving grace for farmers like Allen is the rising price of corn.
Today, that commodity prices have risen enough to cover that increase, we hope.
In Allen's case, he says corn prices are up because of droughts in Brazil and Argentina. That makes his crops more valuable, at least for the moment.
Price is going to fluctuate very dependently on supply and demand.
Allen says right now corn goes for around $7.50 per bushel. Just 6 months ago, it was closer to $5. He says he should be okay as long as prices don't dip before harvest time.
If commodity prices don't stay as high as they are, we won't be able to farm next year.
Even if fuel prices were to get cheaper soon, Allen says that would not help his case. He buys fuel in bulk. He's already gotten everything he's needed through the fall, so that means that these high prices are locked in for him. In Latta, South Carolina, Austin Westfall, Fox News.
Legal marijuana growers are on high alert, citing a rise in synthetic THC products that are hurting their businesses and posing potential health risks. Rob Dawson has a look at how these weed alternatives are made and the controversy behind them.
We're a cannabis state, we're a grower state.
Michigan is one of 18 states, including Washington, D.C., where recreational marijuana is legal, with 38 states in D.C. also legalizing medical marijuana. And for licensed growers across the country, many invest millions of dollars into their crops and face steep taxes and regulations. But now, those farmers are facing growing threats from synthetic marijuana alternatives.
Honestly, I'm terrified.
THC is the compound in marijuana that gets people high, but scientists say people are taking hemp, the non-psychoactive part of a cannabis plant used to make CBD products, and altering it, heating it up and adding different chemicals to transform CBD into a synthetic THC compound.
You start with some basic building block molecules, which are then converted in a laboratory using chemical reactions. But the end product is really the same.
These synthetic strains are growing in popularity because they're cheaper to produce. But besides posing potential health risks, licensed marijuana growers say synthetic THC is encroaching on their profits, making it harder to compete.
We believe that traditional natural THC and cannabinoids will still prevail over synthetics. I think it is a battle to fight, but I think it's one that we will win.
At least 17 states have banned synthetic THC products. Michigan is one state considering legislation to allow them, but would require proper testing and labeling if passed. Rob Dawson, Fox News.